our unit 2. And the title of unit 2, everyone. So here's the title of unit 2, I'll go out tonight. And when you read the title, do you know the language point that we are going to learn? It is a future tense. And in this unit, we are going to look at a different aspect of future tense. So before we look at the future tense, there are some important aspects that we need to cover before we look at the language focus. So here is the unit 1 on page 20, and the title of the lesson 1 on page 20 is visiting relative. And in this lesson there are a few vocabulary about family, but we are not going to study mother, father, sister, or brother. That's kind of simple low level vocabulary, but we will look at a little bit difficult words about relative. And before we are looking all those words, I would like to draw your attention to the conversation. When you listen to the conversation, everyone, I want to specify that there are 8 difficult vocabularies that you need to locate. And after you find those 8 vocabulary and look at the definition here, you need to fit those words in each definition correctly. And the first 4 words function as noun, and the other 4 words function as verb. And this is the clue that I can give you to find those words in our conversation. But before we check the answer for all these words, I would like to play the audio for all of you to listen to the conversation. And you can find the conversation on page 20 of your book. So here on page 20 of your book, and if you have book, you can open your book and you will see there are 2 people. They are talking on the phone. Now, do you want to know what they are talking about? Very good. So listen to those conversations. Okay, let me prepare for all of you. Okay, what's wrong with this? Okay, track 10.
Track 11. Hi everyone. Did you...
Track 10 down.
Track 10. Hi Sandra. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Are you and Marie on your way?
No, Marie and the kids are still getting ready. I'm calling to say we'll be a little late.
That's okay. Actually, I still have a lot of work to do for dinner. I'm running late too because I'm chatting online with my grandchildren in California.
Oh, how are they? And their parents? I miss them.
Fantastic. The kids are going to visit next month for a week, so we can look forward to that.
Great. Nina and John are my only niece and nephew, but I hardly ever see them. Hey, maybe I'll take them to a football game.
Yes, they'll love that. So, anyway, what time will you get here?
We'll be there at about 4:30. Want us to bring anything?
No, that's all right. Just be ready to eat a lot.
We're looking forward to the turkey. I always tell everyone about my mother-in-law's great cooking.
Very good. So that is the end of the conversation. Everyone, I would like to give you a simple tip for this gap filling exercise. And this one is, it's not a gap filling, it is a supply key term exercise, because they give you the definition and you need to supply or complete the word that fit the definition. In doing this kind of exercise, the first thing that you need to do is to highlight the word in the text, or in this case the conversation, the word that you don't understand or you don't know. So you need to highlight all those words, and after you highlight all those words, you started to read this 8 definition and try to get what word that fit with each definition. You are not going to look at all the vocabulary in the text, but you just look at those difficult words, and that is the key word for all of you to do. So everyone, I think you have already highlighted the difficult word in the conversation and find some difficult word that you cannot understand, right? So what should you do? You don't know the word, how can I know which definition is the correct word? You can check the dictionary, or another rule of thumb, you need to look at the context in the conversation, the general context, and try to guess the meaning. Okay, this is the rule of thumb when you are doing exam or test. You cannot use dictionary. You need to try to guess the meaning based on the context. Or you can look at the part of speech. If that word is an adjective, there's no way, no definition function as an adjective here, right? It's only noun and verb. But in this learning activity, you need to check the dictionary, because checking the dictionary can help you learn a lot of vocabulary. So everyone, you can spend around 5 to 10 minutes checking the dictionary to find the difficult word and do this exercise. After you finish, we will come back and check the answer all together. Alright everyone, welcome back. I hope now you have an answer key for this 8 vocabulary. Now let's check all this vocabulary with me all together. Are you ready? Alright, so let's start with the first one. The definition of the word is a mother of your spouse. So you need to understand what does the word spouse mean. So spouse means your husband or your wife. So when you are married, the mother of your spouse you call mother-in-law. Very good. Okay, number 2, a daughter of your brother or sister. So in your family you have brother or sister. When your brother or sister get married, they get a daughter. So how do you call your brother or your sister daughters, everyone? So you call niece. Okay, and number 3, a son of your brother or sister. Okay, nephew. Number 4, a child of your daughter or son. So when you get married, you have children, and when you are old, your children have son or daughter. So they are your grandchild. Very good. And you become a grandpa or grandma, or grandfather or grandmother. Very good. And number 5, everyone. So the meaning of number 5 is a verb, to think about future in a happy way. So when you think about the future, for example Christmas, you are excited about the event. So you are looking forward to. Look forward to. Number 6 is about feeling, and here to feel sad because someone isn't with you. So when your moms or your fathers goes away to work for like a week, how do you feel? You feel kind of sad. So those feelings, we call it verb is miss. I miss my parents very, very much. So you feel sad about those people who are not with you. You miss them. And number 7, to be late, getting ready. Here is a phrasal verb which means run late. Last but not least, we have number 8, to be going somewhere. Okay, so the word is be on the way. Very good. Now we want to look at all these words and try to remember the definition. I assume that this word will appear in your test very soon, so it will be very useful for all of you to look at the spelling, to look at the definition, moreover look at the pronunciation for this each word. And everyone, that's the end of our lesson, but when we finish, I would like all of you to turn your books to page 20. There are two exercises. The first one is the vocabulary exercise, and the second one is to talk about you. And I would like to give you exercise letter B as a homework. So do this exercise and send to your teacher. Everyone, now it's time to say goodbye. See you again in the next video.